barely open it with 2 hands. I've waited till the morning to have a look at this. Ooh. Look at those little pops of colour. That's nice, isn't it? And it's fish confetti. Very nice. I have to see where that's going to fit in my blanket. See that one there? She keeps stopping to sniff and I think it's a bit dirty. And I've got a rock coloured jacket on. So if she stops and I hide and I don't move, she can't find me because she's a sight hound and she only finds me if I move. Right. Sniffing, being right dirty Gertie. And Lottie always gives the game away. She always stands next to me. Lottie's going up the steps. She's had enough of the beach. There's too many dogs on it. Lottie's boss, aren't you, Lottie? Are you nice or naughty today, Lottie? Oh, you're next to me now, are you? Gertie there. Dirty Gertie there. Just found a dead rat. A splatted dead rat and had a good sniff. They do say rats get everywhere. But how did a squash flat rat get to the middle of the field? Because I don't think it's been run over in the middle of the field. Could have been run over on the road. I know there's foxes everywhere too. So maybe a fox has had it. But do the foxes eat rats? Because rats are manky, aren't they? I think they prefer chips and fish. Morning! Who wants to see me washing up and plaiting me pot? Probably nobody. Right. Thing is, been walking along with the dogs and like you do, get thinking, don't you? Thinking, how can I make me videos a little bit more interesting? And I thought, well, I could show you the things I've been knitting this year. I do the Ravelry. Oh well, the reason I'm filming and washing up is because I'm trying to sort my sewing room out, and Vlogmas has got priority at the moment. So I thought if I multitask like you do, that might work. So on Ravelry I do the challenge. So on my, should I move that plant? On my profile, where my projects are, I've got the challenge thing, and I've had it for about 3 years. And each year you set yourself a target. If you haven't done it, that's what happens. So I know I can definitely easily finish 10 projects in a year. So I set it at 20 every year and not done it yet. Even though this year I've made 2 pairs of socks and a couple of shawls and a couple of jumpers. I will show you those projects, but I've never quite made it to 20. And I'm not the fastest of knitters, I don't think. I mean, I haven't done much to hone my knitting skills and speed. Depends what you're making, doesn't it? Whether you can knit fast or not. So I think the first year I did 14 individual projects completed, and the second year I did about 12, something like that, and I think I'm on about 12 now for this year. And I might get one more done because I should be getting some fingerless gloves finished for somebody before Christmas. I've also got UFOs to show, all of which I really like. And the stumbling blocks are, one of them sleeves would have to be on. Is that tap really awful? No, but I have to rinse my glasses. Yeah, it's probably like having a really hissy background, isn't it? I never thought about that. See, I'm a complete novice and I'm trying my best. What was I saying? Stumbling blocks for UFOs. I've got a sweater that's got a very complicated graph which you have to follow for every single row. So that's a full concentration sort of project. And I've got a beautiful yoked sweater in sort of pinks and oranges and purples, which why I haven't finished it I don't know. I'm knitting the sleeves down, so I should know when the sleeves are the right length. It's to do with working on multiple needles, but now I've done the socks and the mitts, I think that maybe I'll be back in the flow of working on multiple needles. But I picked it up and found it clunky, and it's colour work at the, around. It's a can't think of any of the names. Well, Knitworks, it's one of those, and it's got colour work on the sleeves. So I'm going to show you the things that I have made this year at some point on my blog, on my vlog, and I'm going to show you the things that are in progress. But you have to complete them before they go on your profile. So they'll be on next year's, because I won't be finishing them this year now. Right. Still not. I'm finished talking really, but I'm not finished with my pots. So I just had a nice walk with the dogs, and we found a dead rat. Well, Roxy found a dead rat, and it was like really squashed flat. So it looked like it had been killed on the road, but it was about 100 yards on the field from the road, so something had dragged it there, potentially. Anyway, she didn't try to roll on it or chew it or anything like that. And she's wondering who I'm talking to. Do you know, you go out, don't you? You get up and you get out of bed and you're a bit hot and sticky, and then you go for a walk and you wrap up because it's cold, and then by the time you don't do anything with your hair, and then by the time you get back to the house, everything's warmed up, and then you have to wash up and warm yourself up a bit more. Oh, my tights are sticking to me. Never mind. Get freshen up in a bit. So I'm hoping I've got enough footage to make you a little video for today. And I was very good this morning and opened my advent calendar this morning and not at midnight last night. I'm proud of me. So it's more tidying of the sewing room today. I've only ever had a dishwasher when I've stayed in a cottage, which has been nice. But I still think it's work, putting it in and getting it out. And my pots are done now. And it didn't take that long, did it? So it's back to sorting out the sewing room. I've got a bag, I'm chucking things in to go to charity. I just need one of those charity bags that says they'll take anything, not just clothes, shoes and footwear and perfume. I want one that'll say, we'll take anything, and then they'll get me bits of fabric and books and things like that. So, time for a coffee. Well, I've just got all my shawls to show you and then some socks as well, and then someone's just knocked on the door and I've got a little bit of sewing to do, so I'll be back in about 15 minutes. I'm back. So these are my vanilla latte socks, and I think it's Regia sock yarn, which I couldn't resist the colour of. For obvious reasons, but I think it's all about the colour for me. Quite a lot of it anyway. So I'd had that for a few years. Bought it at Hobbycraft. And now I've got a lovely pair of socks because I actually got a bit of a sock mojo together. I made a pair for my daughter, but that yarn's different, but I haven't got them with me at the minute. So what was next? I made... Ooh. Which way around is that? That's where. This is By the Sea, and I think it's a free pattern on Ravelry. And it's got, there is sparkle in it. The pattern is By the Sea. The black yarn is Rosie's Moments, because the year previous to buying this skein, I'd bought one of their balls that as you knit, and the hand wound with gifts inside. So when you do your knitting, something nice will plop out. I got a really nice needle case, a little screw top wooden needle case with brass edges. Very nice. So I was so pleased with that. I went back to their stall and bought another skein, and I thought, variegated black, that's different. The little multicoloured part is Cuxton's Crafts, and I'm using the rest of it in one of my sweaters, but I just wanted this colour for the edge. So even though the sweater wasn't finished, I did nab some for this. But I've only got short arms, so I'll probably get my colour work done on the sleeves. So this is quite, it's just one skein. So it's not huge, and it's practical. And I just think it looks nice. And I like the little bit of a frill. It's just... So I wear that a lot. And it does kind of go with my hat. But the hat is Slouchy Sock Head hat, which is another free pattern, which is 4-ply. But this coloured yarn here is hand-dyed yarn by Flea Bubs by Lala, which is... Now I'm making the blanket with the little squares, but this is just so gorgeous. I just wanted to feature it a little bit more. So what was left from making this shawl, I put in my hat. So that'll be seen quite a lot. So this shawl is Bain de Solent by Louise Robert, and it's from Biscot Yarns, and it is on Ravelry. I think you have to pay for it, but I signed up to emails, and every now and then I get a lovely email off them with a lovely pattern on, so that was well worth a while. So this is a bit bigger, but still you can just do whatever you do with it. You can have it on shore at the front, or you can just keep wrapping and keep your neck really warm. So the hat matches the grey. I can't remember what the grey was, but the pale grey is definitely Moleview Yarns Suri Alpaca, and it's the softest thing I've ever felt, yarn-wise. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Still got some of it left, but it's treasured. I have to find the right project for it. And then the last shawl is Birds of a Feather. So I bought the yarn. The yarn came first. I saw this pack of yarn. It's got silk in it. There's this, obviously the silk mohair, but this is like silk merino, hand dyed. Haven't got the labels, and I can't remember if I dig. Well, I've got them somewhere. If I can dig them out, I'll put them on the show notes. I'm not a very tall person. I'm quite a little short house. So, and I'm also a loose knitter, so I used a smaller needle than was recommended because I just thought it looked too big anyway, and it's not now. So, just do what you like with it, can't you? But it really, it just keeps you insulated when you put your coat on, and you just do that. Or then maybe around the house. When the Christmas tree is not there, I have a chair where the Christmas tree is at the moment. And I've taken to just displaying my shawls over the back of the chair. Because then they keep flat, they don't get screwed up, and then you get to see them too. Or you can just put it around your shoulders and it'll soon warm you up. So I do wear them around the house as well as when I go out. So that's my accessories, apart from the mitts that I've already shown you. Bye for now.